So I guess we should say hello.
Yeah, again, I'm Money Inc., Lloyd Waring, and graffiti artist extraordinaire, amazing person. We've been through that last episode.
And I'm JD, jdurham.com, photographer and artist. And yeah, we're all the way on to episode 3.
It's going strong. I noticed we didn't get as many likes as last time. Which was a bit disappointing. But then, we still got more than I was expecting, which is... It's nice of people that are watching, and people that are tuning in and giving feedback. I got some feedback from people that are watching saying they want us to talk about certain things. So all those things are amazing and help us out and keep the show exciting and, keep people, hearing about stuff that they want to hear about. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. All the feedback's been great. Anybody who's given us comments, sent us emails, we really appreciate it. Likes, shares, everything like that. There's an interesting thing in YouTube actually that there's an analytics portion in the back end, and just want everybody to know, thank you, Croatia. You guys are awesome. The fact that people are watching us in Croatian blows my mind, and actually watching a fair bit of the episodes because it tells you how much of the episodes they watch and how many people and stuff like that. So shout out to Croatia because I guess we're big in Croatia.
Yeah, and I think our episodes are going to be shorter now.
Yeah.
So I think we're only going to be in for 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, so that's kind of our surprise for the week is that we're going to probably try a 30-minute format. So we definitely want people that are watching and that have subscribed. I think we've got 17 subscribers, so that's really important to us. Yeah.
No, 17 subscribers.
It's all good. What we want you guys to do is basically let us know. Do you like the longer format? Do you like the shorter format? What do you like?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Your feedback's important to us. You're a big part of why we do this, other than we just like to rant, I think, a little bit. But
like to have a chat. So what have you got down on the piece of paper today? What was on the agenda today?
Well, I guess we'll start like we always do. So what did you do this week? My
week was hectic as fuck. It was awful. I got a dry socket, which was excruciating pain. And I find it funny. They tell you when you go in that dry socket is similar to pregnancy. Yeah, they say it's the same as childbirth or worse because you go through the pain for such a long time. And I'm just gonna say, I've had a dry socket now for about 4 days. It's nowhere close. I'm hoping it's nowhere close to childbirth because if this is anything like childbirth, then it's a doddle. Yeah. You should just be popping kids out.
Yeah,
just farting them out because I'm not in that much pain.
Just curious, was it a male doctor that told you that?
Well, it not only is it was a male doctor, but I've also been told by the female dental assistants, and it's also a common if you look it up online. So if you would like to Google, I don't know, dry socket pain, it is a lot of people there that put it to childbirth. There's even people that I've read in forums where I've had kids and I would have another kid before I'd have dry socket again.
Wow. So
I found that rather funny. So apparently I'd be amazing at giving birth because I've been giving birth all week and I feel fine.
Yeah.
So
beyond the dry socket, what else have you done?
Not much really. It's just kind of been hectic with the fact that I've been out of commission on meds so much. Literally, I've been whacked out on meds. So I feel physically like I haven't been there. And even I got my hair cut today. Even the hairdresser was like, "You seem different." So, the podcast might even get more different as I'm going on because I was probably a little bit more docile. I even noticed in some of the last episodes that I'm a little bit more docile and a bit out of it. Things that I would usually catch onto and say, just would completely go past me because I'm so whacked on drugs. So I'm actually off T3s today because I'm just sick of feeling abnormal.
So how's Maddie doing?
He's good.
Maddie's our barber, by the way. He is an absolutely awesome guy.
Phenomenal. And that's down in Discovery Ridge in Calgary. If you ever get Cutting Edge down in Discovery Ridge, if you guys can make it down there, he's, Maddie and his brother, I think his brother Alex and his other brother, Tarek, I think his name is. But all three of them are brilliant barbers. And they've also got 2 other guys in there, and they seem to be on point as well. But they,
it's a fantastic barbershop.
If you're looking for a wicked fade, head down to Cutting Edge because it's the only one in the city that I could find that could give me a fade that makes
right. And you introduced me to Maddie because I was looking for a barber because I would get these awful haircuts for the longest time, and I haven't.
There's nothing worse than going to a barber and it being a woman cutting your hair. Not that I'm against women cutting your hair or working in a barber thing, but I think going to a barbershop, the whole ordeal is
the whole point is a barbershop.
It's a manly. You go in there and it's all men. You talk about, you watch men TV and you talk about how your week was, and it's kind of that escape. And it's the same for women, I think, when they go to the salon, right? It's either a really flamboyant guy cutting your hair or it's a woman. It's never really
right.
I've never met a name named Bruce. Cut my hair. I'm Bruce.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I had my barber for the longest time. He was an old guy. He retired. I mean, he was probably pushing 70. He had cut my hair forever, and then when he retired, I was kind of like, now what? Because he was a one-man barbershop in a one little place, and I had gone to him forever, and I didn't know what to do. And I mean, even I can remember going in the first time to see him. He pulls out a straight razor. I'm like, I don't know if I want a straight razor cut, but I swear by it now.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And the problem was that after that was there was nobody. I even went to I think it was Tommy Gunn's because it was supposed to be this great male barbershop and I mean, again, like you said, all women and stuff like that. And they mutilated my face. I have never been cut so many times during a straight razor cut than I have at Tommy
You
Gunn's.
look like your Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like I had probably 3 or 4 deep cuts.
Jesus.
So I was kind of, I'm not going back there, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not into that. And I'm really weird about my hair too.
Yeah.
Like coming over from England, I was petrified to get my fucking haircut here for the first time because, I don't know, it's my fucking hair. I don't want to look like a twat. And I remember coming over from England, rat tails were in at that point.
Yeah.
You had the long bit at the back and I had like the mohawk, And I went into a Chatters here and I said to her, don't cut my rat tail off. First thing she fucking did was cut it off. Like literally, she picked the scissors up and fucking cut it off. It was like the first thing that she fucking did was the one thing I said, don't do.
But in all honesty,
I was like, you fucking twat.
In all honesty, she did you a huge favor.
No, she didn't, because I looked fucking mint. It was in at that point. Now, let's be honest, Canada's a bit far behind.
Let's be honest, rat tails were never in.
They were always in.
They were never in.
They're coming back now even.
Absolutely never in.
They were in, and it was a wonderful rat tail. You should have seen it. It was glorious.
Yeah, so I mean, you introduced me to Maddie, and he's been great. I won't go anywhere else.
No, I obviously
hands down.
I'm pretty fresh today, so I've just.
Yeah, well, we can't really tell with the hat, but
you can.
Yeah, there you go. And that was the other thing. I mean, my biggest thing is when I started looking for somebody. I mean, I have a pompadour, even though it's slicked back today. Yeah. Usually, I wear it high, but I'd go and people just...
You wear it high or you get high when you wear it?
I just wear it high, right? I mean, it's been getting, shorter, longer, all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, I would go and people would be like, what's a pompadour? I'm like, really? And that was enough for me to walk out. It's just,
you should, as a barber, I think you should know what a pompadour is.
Well, you should. You should. I mean, it's an old cut. I mean, I can understand. It's
coming back right now. Like I feel like all the old fashions coming back. The girls are cranking their pants up past their belly button.
Yeah,
those are coming back. I see kids
those are awful.
I see kids wearing waistcoats all the
really?
time now, and twisty little moustaches and all that.
Yeah.
It's all coming back in it. Hipsters and all that.
So
YOLO crap.
Haircut and dry socket, nothing else.
Pretty much it. Trying to get back into the swing of life and work and. Just being myself, really. Right. I've literally felt like I've been someone else for like a week. It's horrible.
Oh, that sucks.
So, what about you?
I have been busier than busy. And, last week I said I was going out to Distortion Nightclub to see the Buffet, 240, and Electric Revival.
Once again, the Buffet's a band.
The Buffet is a band. They were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Every single one of them. It was my first time seeing Electric Revival as well.
Yeah.
I had been in their studio with Sevens Wild a while back, doing some photography work while Sevens Wild was doing their album. Ian, the basically engineer there, is the lead singer in Electric Revival. It was my first time seeing perform, and what can I say? Those guys are fucking awesome. Absolutely fucking awesome.
What was awesome about them?
Their stage presence, their music.
Is it rock music?
It is rock music.
Like,
it is
like easy listening rock, or
it's a harder rock, but I mean they are something to behold. I mean,
if you could pick a band that they were like a famous band that maybe people would know, that they were sort of like
you know that's tough.
Maybe a mix between two bands.
They don't
literally putting off their own sound.
They're putting out their own sound, which is really cool in itself. I mean, they are phenomenal. When I first listened to them, they've got a hint of punk in them. They've got a lot of hard rock. They've got a metal edge to them. It's a really sort of eclectic mix, but it really, really works. They are a phenomenal band, and they just give it on stage. You know, it was they were going hard, and it makes for an awesome show.
What were they doing on stage? Like
they're just playing their hearts out,
headbanging the shit out of that.
Well, their bassist, yeah, he was doing the helicopter spins with his hair. I mean, their bassist is truly heavy metal, but you know, as a band as a whole, they are definitely rock. You know, but
I saw a band once. I don't remember the band for the life of me. I probably pretty wasted. It was at Ozfest, please, when they came to McMahon Stadium. I don't know if anyone listening went to that when it was a few years back. I don't know if you remember when that even came.
Yeah, I remember.
And Judas Priest was there, and
gotta love Priest.
The singer for System of a Down was there, which I hate that guy. I really don't like System of a Down.
You don't like Serge?
No, I'm really not into it. And I don't know if they claim that they fucked up at that show, but they came on wearing pink bunny ears, and they got booed off of stage at Ozfest. I watched them get booed off stage at Ozfest. So, you know, their plan of attack at Ozfest, I don't think was, I just don't think it was smart, to be honest with you. Like, you know, I get that he's a pretty good singer. He's done some good stuff in the back. There's a certain few songs that, you know, that they make that I can tolerate. But it's really not my style of music.
Right.
And I'm fine with, I'm not that type of guy to hate on someone just because it's not my type of music. But the show itself was shit. Yeah. It was really crap. Everyone else, the performance was unbelievable. Like, we had Zakk Wylde was there, playing for Black Sabbath. Yeah. Which was intense. You know, played with his mouth, played behind his back.
Yeah, Zakk Wylde's awesome.
It was awesome, great show. But the System of a Down part was horrible.
Yeah. We have our studio dog who likes to disturb things, and you know, we're a little too deep to cut her out. Usually we have to cut her out because she'll just go on an absolutely mental rave, and that's what she's doing right now. So we're just gonna truck through it. Yeah. She's back in. She's calmed down. If Lloyd doesn't move, she won't bark. But
as long as I stay perfectly fucking still, we should be okay for the rest of the podcast. Yeah,
she's our angry director.
So what was I saying? Like, I went to Ozfest there, and it was, I don't know, abysmal show by them, really. But Ozzy was fucking amazing, great. I've never seen that many tits.
But what don't you like about a System of a Down? Is it their sound? Is it the fact that they're political, or it's his voice?
His voice and how it became so political. Like, it's like Megadeth. Anyone that listens to Megadeth's one of my favorite bands. I've seen them live about 4 or 5 times. I love them. They're brilliant. But their new album is just too political.
Right.
It's crap. Yeah. It's absolute crap. And like, to be honest with you, he should never have quit heroin. You know, he was amazing when he was on heroin. He quit heroin and it all went to pot. And it sounds disgusting to say that, but it's true. The guy was better when he was high. Yeah. And that's the truth. Like, you know, now it's too political. It's like they're always trying to attack the American government. That's all they want to sing about is the injustice and, you know, what's it called? Injustice for all or something like that. Like, it's just too much.
Injustice for All's Metallica.
Is that what it was? Is that
Metallica? Or And Justice for All.
And Justice for All. So I'm getting them mixed up. They're a close band though, anyway. Really.
Well, yeah. I mean, the fact that Dave was kicked out of Metallica.
He was kicked out of the bloody thing, wasn't he? But no, I forget what their newer album was called, but I don't know. It was too much for me. And then you get a lot of scene kids following it, right? The System of Down. It becomes I don't know. Beyond the music, it almost becomes like a thing. You know, kids are always wearing the System of Down. You know, they're always like emos and stuff, and it becomes more than the music. It's like they're changing their lifestyle just to listen to fucking System of Down. I don't know. You know, I don't know how to put it in words that make sense, but I don't like the movement.
But you see that with music, and it influences like that. I mean, if you look at the 80s, you know, people were wearing all Choose Life shirts and all that kind of stuff because of Wham.
All the time, and I'm not into it. Yeah. So even when whenever it happens, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, I listen to music because I enjoy the beat. I enjoy how it makes me feel when I listen to it. I don't listen to it because it's having a go at someone for doing something that you disagree with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know, like, put it in a sense, like, I've been into metal since I was little, but metal for me, I have to really like it.
Right.
And I find people that are into metal will listen to all metal just because it's metal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it's got a heavy line and you can headbang to it, they'll sit there and headbang to it. Where I'm not like that. You know what I mean? If it's a crap heavy metal song, it's a shit heavy metal song. And that's as you know, and that's all I can say about it, really. You know, music for me has to be good music.
Yep.
And I feel like certain bands cross a line from where they're just trying to prove a point and they've stopped making good music.
Yep.
And I think System of a Down crossed that fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And it's something Sublime. And everyone that I meet is like, oh, you don't like Sublime? Like that song, like Smoke Two Joints? No, it's such a good fucking song. I hate it.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. To me, it's noise.
Right.
You know, and kids love it because when you're growing up, you know, you're doing all your drugs and your acid and, you know, whatever kids are doing these days, you know, mushrooms, whatever. And they love all that crap, you know, Tool, Sublime, all those trippy, anyone that's singing about doing drugs, kids are going to listen to, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that I find that's kind of what makes them popular. And it, at the end of the day, it's not, you know, any song that they bring out, if they're singing about bloody acid, then kids will listen to it.
Right.
But, you know, if they're not, then move on with life.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, like Tool, I love Tool.
Yeah,
Tool
is
a phenomenal band,
fantastic.
and I've never seen them stop making amazing music, and just be a band called Tool. You know what I mean? Because they could run off their old successes, which a lot of bands do. I find
right, but I think Maynard's a bit different beasts. You know,
yeah, of course it's a different beast, but I'd still, you know, kids that listen to Sublime listen to Tool. I find because it's in that drug genre,
right?
You know what I mean? That trippy kind of, you know, Pink Floyd. All that stuff you listen to when you're out of consciousness. Let's be honest. Yeah. There's definitely a wide range of bands that when you're experimenting with drugs that people are drawn to. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Right. Exactly. Like Led Zeppelin. You've got, you know, Jimi Hendrix, and that's because they were using drugs while they were making their music. Yeah. You know, but I like even then I've never been into Jimi Hendrix. You know, he's a great artist, great with guitar, amazing, but it's just not my type of sounds. I can't actually physically sit down and get into the song, you know what I mean? And for me, that's music. So, you know, I'll listen to weird songs. You know, some songs I listen to, people are like, what the fuck is that? But for me, it's like, I can really get into that. But with Sublime and you know, System of a Down and things like that, they've gone too political with it. Right. You know, do one. Shut up for a bit. Yeah. You know, make good music. And then add the political in if you want. I find they're just trying to make songs around political. It's almost like, hey, what do you want to make your next song about? America's economy is going down. It's like, hey, let's make a song around that. It's like, fuck it, just make songs and then put them out there. You know what I mean? But, you know, part of that is probably that they're stretching for content. I mean, it's got to be hard, I imagine, being creative, because you know as well as I do that creating artwork, sometimes you sit there and you look at a piece of paper, you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. And then what do you gravitate towards? Popular culture. But then some people are doing it right. So it makes you wonder, what are they doing that the other people aren't doing? Because some bands I've never had a problem with, but I've never sat down and been like, Pink Floyd have gone too political, or Pink Floyd, and that's a pretty political band. Yeah. Let's be honest. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, massive political band. It's all about the war and how we shouldn't be in there, and you know, they've got songs about all sorts of kind of political ideas. But the music is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, you know, and I think the music came first for them. Yeah, absolutely. Lyrics kind of fell into place. Yeah, and I feel that's the difference now. I feel like we write the songs before we make the music to them these days. Yeah, I think that depends on which band is doing it. I think some will do music first, write lyrics as an afterthought. Some will do lyrics first and then build songs around it. And I think the best music in the past has been maybe because they were messed out of their minds. It all just came together. Yeah, in a sort of organic sort of way. Yeah, and I find when you try to force creativity, it's like when I try to force a painting, it comes out shit. Oh yeah. No, do you know what I mean? I know exactly what you're saying. And I feel like that's what new bands are doing. Yeah, and that's what they did at Ozfest, and it was crap. Yeah, and they got booed off stage for it, and you know, I wasn't the only one that noticed. Yeah, and coming out with pink bunny ears on when you're at kind of like the Prince of Darkness show. Yeah, that's a bit strange, but you know, as a band to be in Ozzy's show, I'd have been fucking honored. Really? Yeah. Because he's a Prince of fucking Darkness. Yeah. Let's be honest. Ozzy's awesome. He's a Prince of fucking Darkness. Yeah. Guy's consumed every drug in the world and he still walks among us. Not very well, I might add. Yeah, but still, fuck me, that guy. Come on. Oh, Jesus. His head left us long ago.
So, did you haven't checked out the new Instagram app?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know it was out. You just told me.
It's awesome. I am so excited about this, mainly because for photography wise, I mean, that little square crop was always kind of weird because I would take my photos the way I always take my photos, and then I would have to adjust.
I didn't understand the square crop anyway. I just moved on with life. But
I like the platform. It just never liked the fact that I couldn't put things in landscape or and I mean there was apps to do it, but now it's native in Instagram, so that's really cool, especially with the landscape stuff. Posting stuff that they go out in the mountains and take. Yeah. It's a lot easier now, and people can kind of see what your vision is.
I thought everyone used Instagram, but like the more I talk to people, I always ask people, I'm on Instagram, and they're like, "Well, I don't use Instagram." I'm like, I thought it was, more popular than it actually is.
I think it's more popular along the lines of visual artists like yourself and me that want to put imagery out and are not so big on necessarily typing a whole lot of shit. Yeah. You just want your work to kind of speak for itself. And
exactly. Well, and that's why I use it. But, I get people all the time and I'm like, oh, how can I look at your work? And I'm like, you can check me on Instagram. And they don't want to because they don't either have an Instagram account and they can't be bothered to go through the time to, to find me or make a profile to find me or however else you have to do that.
And that's to be honest, every artist's bane is, social media and trying to balance your life between all of them. I mean, you could spend probably a good part of your day just updating all the social media stuff that's going on.
Pretty much.
It's crazy. You could be doing Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Flickr, Tumblr. It just the list goes on and on and on and on.
I'm just Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I'm literally only on 2 of those.
Yeah, I'm Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and which one I use. I use them in different ways. Yeah, I find Twitter's a good way to communicate with people that I need to communicate with because it's a direct line. It's almost like text messaging without having necessarily their phone number. Yeah. Whereas Instagram is just I put something out and that's kind of it. And Facebook is Facebook.
I like how you put stuff out on Instagram. You can hashtag it, and people you don't know can look at it, and you get feedback from. Yeah. That's what I like because you put it on Facebook, you're not really going to get much feedback off of people that you don't know or aren't on your friends list, or even on your friends' list, which tend to be pretty similar anyway. Right. But Instagram, I find you're connecting with people that halfway around the world. People you wouldn't ever meet. Right. Usually, or ever see your work usually, which is a big help for me. Like, I show a lot of work to people in America and that's cool.
Yeah. Instagram definitely has the reach that Facebook doesn't. Facebook is sort of inclusive to your group itself. Exactly. Instagram always sort of spreads beyond. Yeah. Twitter kind of spreads beyond too, but Twitter's kind of weird in that it's not as...
I don't like getting tweets from other people, telling me they're fucking grocery shopping and shit. I can't, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to know that you're petting your cat and making pierogies.
You get that on Instagram a bit, but it's a photograph. Not to the extent, here's my pierogies.
Oh yeah, here's my cheesy pierogies. Yeah, great food. Hashtag food porn. Hashtag fuck off. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, it pisses me off. But no, on Twitter though, it's like every 5 fucking seconds, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, just in fucking Safeway. Yeah. Yeah. Tweeted. Just got out of Safeway. Got some real good munchies. Yeah. Hashtag fucking high as shit. Like, I don't know. I don't want to read that shit all day. Like, I literally know where you are 24 fucking 7. It's like,
Yeah. Too much.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got to take a quick break here because we got to reset the cameras. So we will be right back.
And we're back.
We're back.
So welcome back and straight back into it. So I wanted to talk about the kid that tripped over and put his fist through a super expensive painting. I'm not sure what country it was in. I know they were doing like some art gallery thing somewhere. Right. And I don't know, on the video, buddy's walking by and he trips over. Wait, I don't know. Everyone says he trips. I don't know how the fuck he tripped on thin air, but he did. He kind of just like stumbles to the right, didn't he? And he makes a fist on the way in and he puts his fist straight through this priceless piece of art, which I thought was fucking hilarious. So, your thoughts on the thing? I would have fucking dipped. Like, I would have called a fucking taxi and been like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking hilarious, though. Yeah. I thought it was really funny.
This is something one of our viewers wanted us to talk about. Right?
Yeah. He wanted to.
I mean, I went and I searched out the video.
You saw the video.
Yeah, so I saw this video. It looks like there is kind of...
It's like a rope.
A rope, but there also looks like to be a box, like some sort of...
I didn't see the box.
It's kind of a white angled box, and what it looks like he does is he kind of pushes his foot into the box and catches his foot because he's wandering. I mean, he's wandering around.
Well, he's on his phone. I think
he's got like he's got a soda.
Is that what he has?
He's got a soda in his hand. He's kind of wandering around, looking around. And he's not really paying attention, and he kind of catches his foot on that box. And what it does is cause him to kind of veer to, it would be, I guess, his right. And he puts his hand out to save the soda.
Yeah.
Save the soda.
I know. The soda was worth way more to him than that priceless piece of fucking artwork that he put his fist through.
I don't think he was really thinking that at that point. I think what was going through his head is, I'm about to take a bail. I don't want to trip in front of all my classmates.
Yeah, I think it would have been funnier if he got some soda on the painting as well. I think that would have just added a little... Because I heard they fixed the painting. Yeah,
they fixed the painting. It was funny in the press release. It said something along the lines of, there was a fist-sized hole that was put into it. And I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense because he put his fist out to stop himself.
Yeah, did you see the hole?
Yeah, I did see the hole.
Yeah, it didn't...
It was a bit of a tear, and I mean,
because when I watched the video, I had to keep searching for the hole because I didn't believe he put his fist through it.
Right.
Because in the video, I don't know, he feels like a bit of a pussy, doesn't he?
Well, it's a pretty inconspicuous fall, too. Yeah, and he puts his fist out. And I mean, when we say hole, it didn't go like it was like his fisted
like,
the
and
thing.
I think that's what people thought. It was like his fist was through the other side, like the painting came off the wall. No, it was literally just like a kind of indent and a hole.
Right.
So he pushed the canvas kind of out, which even then, like, I don't know, like I've fallen on canvases at home and they're like cheaper, I'm guessing, than the ones that would have been painted on. Like, how though? He must have been falling with... He was a bit of a chubby kid though, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was the age of the painting though too, and it's probably become a little brittle and stuff like that. I mean, that kid, you could see in his face that at the moment he was mortified. And I mean, the internet went after him and all that kind of stuff, which I don't think... I don't think that was right.
Well, why not? Like, honestly, if I put my fist through that, I'd be happy that the only thing that came out of it was that the internet went at me a bit, because you just put your fucking fist through a priceless fucking painting, you know. That could have gone a bit worse.
Well, it could have gone most definitely worse, but it was covered by insurance and all that kind of stuff, and there was really no harm, no foul. It's...
nonchalant, don't worry. So if you head to the museum lately, fall over, smash some shit, it's all covered by insurance, don't worry about it.
Well,
save that Coca-Cola, that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah. Or you could basically do what Banksy did and just add artwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Just walk in, stick it on the wall.
See, I don't get how the fuck he got away with that.
Exit through the gift shop.
It's crazy.
You're all good.
That's crazy how he got away with that too.
It was brilliant though.
Yeah, I did watch that too. That was a good one.
Absolutely brilliant.
He hasn't done anything like that in a while.
No. Well, I mean, we talked about Dismal Land last week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously his latest thing. And then prior to that, he was in New York, where he did his little tour of New York, which New York didn't appreciate terribly a lot.
Yeah. Wasn't that in a van?
Well, he went and he changed a bunch of things. Like, I think there was a painting where it was said no parking. And then he was like, no playgrounds, and they had a girl swinging off it. So, he was making his statements. But, I mean, the funny thing about his New York trip, and probably the thing that got the most attention, was when he did his art sale. Just set up, the vendors.
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
And I think he sold 2 paintings for, like, $40.
Yeah.
That was it. And they gave the lady, like, a 2-for deal. I think he actually maybe sold 3. I think he sold
and
to 2
on the
different
train,
people.
then he gave one away because he dropped a paint out of his bag.
Yeah.
Put it, and somebody picked up it for him and was like, you've dropped this, and he gave the boy, who was, I think he was like a 17-year-old 18-year-old kid, he gave him a picture. It was about this big, and it was of the guy throwing flowers. And he got it authenticated. It's an original, and it's worth fucking thousands. He gave it to him.
Well, I mean, it's like the guys that bought the street off the artwork, or the artwork off the street. I mean, it was what, $20 that they paid towards getting these canvas pieces that were spray painted by Banksy.
Yeah,
they're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they paid $20.
Yeah,
But I mean, he was making a little bit of a statement on art and what people think of it. Because I mean, let's be honest, if he had set up in a gallery and said he was Banksy,
well,
and
exactly,
all that kind of stuff, they would have cleaned it out.
Same problems we have, right? If you don't have the name for yourself, no one will look at you twice.
Yeah.
And like it's the same with.
Good God, dog.
God, it's like a fucking zoo in here.
I know they're a little active this week.
Dr. Doolittle, and this week we'll be talking to dogs.
Yeah.
No, but I think that like even in New York there was a guy doing violin. I don't know his name. He was a famous violinist.
Right.
If I'm not even saying that right, but he stood in the underground by the door and he played violin.
Right.
And only people, they videoed him for like, a certain amount of hours, or like 5 hours or something. And the only people that stopped were children.
Yeah.
Children, you could see them in the video. They're like holding their mum's hands and they'd be like pulling their mum like they really want to know what this guy's playing. No one else stopped. No one else gave him money. No one else nothing. But the same night, he had a concert that sold out in like, I don't know, some ridiculous sold out in like 2 hours.
Yeah, because he was playing at Carnegie Hall or something like that.
And no one stopped.
Yeah.
No one. He played one of his fucking originals too, and no one even batted an eye at him.
Yeah.
But that night he played a show that people had paid, $200 tickets just to sit in the front row and watch him play violin, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy almost.
You don't even know what you're listening to.
Yeah. Well, and that's quite possibly a part of it.
Well,
right?
it's the same with art though. Don't people? They're not even buying because
people
they
are
like.
Yeah, people are going. Well, there's that whole argument about people basically banking off artists, buying stuff, reselling it.
Yeah.
Turning around, buying it, selling it for huge profits and all that kind of stuff. I know a guy that's a photographer, and that happens. He makes these big, large landscape prints, and he sells them. I mean, he makes his money. He doesn't complain about it, but they'll turn around. I think one of his sold for something like $50,000 or $60,000 because he did one print, and I think he sold the original for like $2,000. So I mean, it's kind of sad in a way that
it's the way the world works.
He's not going to get it. Well, absolutely, the middleman's making a ton of money, and he's getting left with But again, he's not complaining about it. He's just happy that somebody bought his.
The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and that's kind of how things fucking stay. Really, in this day and age too, with the social media, you've got you can make it fucking famous in a fucking hour.
Yeah,
and then.
But that fame is fleeting as well. I mean, we've all seen it. Somebody who does, some internet meme thing that gets really...
Well, and becoming famous over a fucking night will fuck with your head.
Yeah.
You spend your money on stupid shit and you go crazy and you do shit tons of drugs and things get wild, and before you know it, you're back in the same fucking position you was before. Shit broke and, nothing to say for it. But, what the fuck can you do?
Right.
If I became famous tomorrow, I don't think it would change me a bit. You could give me millions of dollars tomorrow. I don't think I'd change a bit.
You don't think you'd change at all? I would change. I would do more of what I like.
Well, I don't find that a change though. I find that that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a negative change in buying a fucking Ferrari and having a midlife crisis and spending my money on, absolute pointless, useless shit, which is usually what people do.
No, I would come once a week and come to the studio and make a podcast.
just for you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck that. If I won millions tomorrow, I'd be out of Canada tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'd go on holiday.
I would definitely travel and shoot photos, but I mean that's not really me changing anything.
That's not changing anything. You're just doing something you can finally afford
to do, right? Yeah. Do what I want to do, just more of it. That's all.
Exactly. And I think that's the only thing that I would change too. I don't think morally anything would change. Yeah.
I would be gone to Japan tomorrow. My Japan trip would happen tomorrow.
God, awful. No, fuck that. I'd go to where would I go? I don't really know. Something hot and just chilled back. I don't think Japan would be on the list though.
Yeah.
Asia freaks me out.
I haven't been to Asia in a long time. That's why I want to go.
To the max.
Well, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that different experience.
I mean, culture shock, but not to the max.
No.
I don't know.
So what you're saying is a trip to Edmonton is okay, but anything beyond is...
No, I don't know.
Mind you, going to Edmonton is culture shock too
definitely.
Sometimes.
If you're going to go to Edmonton, fucking not only will you hit a pothole every 5 fucking seconds, but It's horrible.
Yeah, we have to go up there at some point because I mean they have those massive free walls there, and we need to
come and make Edmonton looking like a nicer town, nicer city.
Yeah, well, we got to drop some paint there because I think they've got about 3 or 4 massive free walls. I have to probably actually bring some ladders to get it done. You know, we need to do that as well.
So about this Ashley Madison crap.
Ashley Madison.
So there's a bunch of I read it was like 38 million people. That's a lot of people. Is that real? Is that really the amount of people that cheat on their fucking husbands and wives? And
you know, it's people are upset about it. You know, it's an invasion of privacy.
People are upset about it.
Well, you know who's upset about it.
Who's upset about it? If you're watching right now and you're cheating on your fucking wife, I bet you're pretty upset about it. But other than that, I find it fucking hilarious.
I think it's hilarious too. I mean,
you shouldn't have been cheating on your wife, you dirty bastard.
Well, you know, it's don't do it. I
don't understand cheating anyway.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying.
Why are you in a fucking relationship if you want to, you know, and you get those guys say, well, you know, it's like fucking, he wants to be with the same girl for the rest of their life. Well, then don't. Yeah. Why tell someone that you're going to commit when openly you don't fucking want to?
And that's my thing is, why are you upset that you've been caught cheating?
Exactly.
When, you know, your relationship obviously doesn't matter in the first place.
Exactly. And you were like, now you're free to fuck whoever you want. Man, fucking woman. Whatever you're into, because I heard some pretty weird shit was going on from Ashley Madison. There's some people that are coming out with some weird fetishes.
Oh, really?
Well, that's the thing. I guess when you go on Ashley Madison, I don't know. I've never been on the site,
right?
So, but apparently, you know, I read up on it that you can put, okay, I'm a man looking for a man, and I have a wife, and I don't want to know that I'm fucking a man, or you know, there's a man looking to be dominated by a woman, or a woman looking to be dominated by a man, or a man who has a foot fetish, or I like being pissed on, or, you know, I like it when you shit on my chest and rub it in real good. There's a lot of things that you can throw down on Ashley Madison that people are probably sitting out there right now like, oh, for fucking love of God, I just gave that woman a Cleveland steamer like 2 days ago. That's going to be on there.
Yeah.
You know, even people that have used fake names, you know, like, you know, Big Dick 69, you know, names you find on there, like, what's your username? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think they leaked the email addresses, right?
They leaked the credit card and everything, so you're completely fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. But then, who the fuck pays for a fucking website like Ashley Madison on their fucking... You know, you can buy prepaid credit cards from the Max, right? And they don't have your name on them. I don't know if you guys know that shit, but you can. Yeah. No, so I'd advise doing that for anyone that's signing up for Ashley Madison in the next 24 hours. Maybe get yourself a prepaid.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's signing up for Ashley Madison.
I don't know. There's some freaks out there. Maybe, you know, they don't give a fuck.
I think it's done. I think that site is pretty much done. Well, I heard the CEO of the company resigned this week. So, I mean... I don't know where they're going to work. It's like I was the CEO of Ashley Madison.
Well, there's more than enough of sites like that, though. There's Ashley Madison. There's another one called, I don't know, what's the other one called? It's like a schemer or something like that.
Really?
And yeah, there's a few of them. I don't know. I'm sure there's people watching that are involved with a couple, you know. Good luck to you, sir.
We'll get a bunch of comments with the list after the show.
Yeah, keep that shit on the down low, will ya? Big Dick 69 happens to be my username.
Yeah, no, it's just pathetic that you know, people are upset about it because I mean ultimately they're responsible for, you know, the demise of their own marriage. I mean,
you know, and if, you know, I hate people that are fucking doing the dirty and then they get all pissy when they get caught in the act.
Yeah. Because they got caught sooner than later.
Exactly. You know, if you're going to do something bad in your life, the one thing that you need to fucking, you know, do is when you get caught, you fucking man up, son. Yeah. You don't walk around that like soppy bastard. You know, stop being a fucking crybaby about it.
So anyways, that's it for episode 4. We're going to wrap things up here.
So
again, thanks for watching. Let us know if you like the 30-minute format better than the hour and 20-minute format.
I think we were into it more.
Yeah, and
you know, check out our Instagram. You know, I'm Money Money Inc. Full stop 6. You can get it all on underneath the video. I believe you put it in last time.
Yeah. It's all the links are below. Make sure to click the subscribe button as well.
And the like button.
And the like button is
all comment. Good. We need comments. We like comments. Even if they're shit comments.
Yeah.
Even if you want to tell me to go fuck myself. I want to hear it. So, let us know what you think. And we'll see you next week. Or maybe we'll see you before next week. Who knows? We might have a surprise episode.
Yeah, we might have a surprise in store for you.
Yeah, so, keep tuned. Check it out. Peace.